Hello, everybody. We're going to get started here shortly. I'm just getting Facebook posted since we had some issues with it. So give me a second, but I will be with you live shortly. Say hello in the live chat as I'm getting ready. We'll begin shortly, guys.
Vibration upgrade in progress. 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 Vibration upgrade at 50%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade at 75%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade is complete. Your messenger has arrived. The show will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initiate.
Well, good morning, everybody. How you doing? How's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well. We are here for another edition here of All Signs a Week Ahead. I am happy to finally be back home. It's been a hot minute. But I sure missed you guys. I know that I was popping on live here and there, and you guys got to see me on the way traveling. Sometimes I was in Delaware, sometimes I was in New Jersey, but I am back home now here in the great UP, and it's nice to be finally back here at home with my studio and my kitty cats. Good morning, Christina. Welcome. Guys, don't be shy. Say hello. I know it's been quite some time here since I've been live. We do have a bonus going on here that is for YouTube. But if we hit our target today, we will absolutely do a collective unlocked bonus here. And we have a lot of readings to catch up on because typically I have July readings out. So make sure you guys are checking the upcoming schedule because there's a lot going on this week. I'm live again tomorrow. I'm live on Monday, on Tuesday, on Thursday. Yeah, a lot. I'm live a lot. We also had a really cool thing come out here. We have the Summer Fun giveaway. This is officially launched over at Harmonia Friends Community. Whether you are a Vault member or a YouTube member, yes, you just hit that join button. Best way to do so, though, is on desktop. I can't say it enough. Desktop pricing is definitely recommended versus the mobile. If you are watching on mobile, go to desktop. But you can also become a Vault member too, which gains exclusive access to the entire Vault. But the premier access for those YouTube members, you get to play in on this too. There's limited tickets, but this is now has been unlocked, and we're gonna have that going for a couple of weeks, and I will announce the winner of this cool giveaway in sometime in July, probably like July 11th or so. You enjoyed the photos. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. All right. You guys ready? Let's see what's going on here in astrology news. What's happening in astrology news? We got a lot going on here this week. Not only are we officially in Cancer season now for a couple of weeks, but we have a full moon coming up here on Monday. So that's happening on Monday, and that is peaking around probably a little before 8 p.m. On Eastern time. But this is a full moon in Capricorn, which is going to bring us that lovely themes of accountability, responsibility, and long-term goals, which our Cappies are always traditionally known for. So going to be a lot of reality checks here too. Now, full moons are traditionally associated with release and reflection. So this would be a good time to ask yourself in the beginning of the week, what is working? What isn't? What are you ready to release? Okay. This full moon, too, is also the strawberry full moon. And this is named after the short strawberry harvest season observed by several Native American cultures, not because of the color, just because of, well, the season itself. And it's the first of the summer solstice, which is pretty cool. We also have, coinciding with this, our favorite thing, which is Mercury retrograde. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's that time again. And that since we're having a Mercury retrograde here in Cancer, this is really going to be the reflection and reassessment here, revisiting a lot of past. The past is going to be coming up a lot. So be prepared. Be prepared here to just be very mindful of your memories, the nostalgia, and communication here when it comes to relationships. Okay, so this is also the time here where you might want to double check your travel plans and make sure you're not signing those contracts or anything like that. And yes, it's the time here of retrograde where exes do come back, and that just simply is what it is. We also have on Tuesday, June 30th, we have Jupiter entering Leo. Now, Jupiter represents growth, expansion, and opportunity. I love that it's in Leo because that's really the collective focus here of creativity and confidence. So this is now the time here to see what are you ready to take up space with when it comes to creativity. Jupiter is really asking us to have some courage here with that lion energy of the Leos. So a lot of going on here. We're going to see how this affects, though, the collective readings as we move on to, well, Tarot. Let's see what's going on here for Tarot. We're using a couple different decks today. I do not have these listed yet. I will in the description, so make sure you check that out. We have the Starlit Dream Tarot. We're going to be using the Star Spinner Tarot. I got this deck. This is an older deck, but I got this while I was traveling, and we'll be using the messages from the mermaids as well. So we have that coming up here too. All right, let's roll. Let's see which archetype is here first. Let's call in our guides, our ancestors, and our ascendant masters. Spirit, if we can hone in onto the collective, whether they're here for the live or the replay. Which archetype here? Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect, guys. We got a 2, which is the Witness. This goes really nice with that Jupiter and Leo energy, and also with the fact that we're in retrograde, going to be going into retrograde, and the full moon, because the Witness, I'm going to pull out who the Witness is so that you guys can see, and we'll keep the Witness here along on the side for us throughout all of these readings, because it will affect each reading. But the Witness here asks us to be aware of not just what is around us, but also the reflection of what we see. So those are all the different versions of us, whether it is what you currently are looking at and evaluating now, and then if there's anything that comes up in the past, that you can speak it and talk about it. So this is a lot of mirror work, but it's also showing you that you can be the observer here, especially with inner child work. You're not meant to go back to be stuck when it comes to inner child work. It's for you to reparent yourself and to gain a new observation. So there's a new observation here coming up this week with the number 2. Now, remember, 2s are all about partnership and balance, duality. All right, let's see what else is going on here for us. Let's see what the mermaids have to say. Hey, Joel, welcome back. Yep, snake eyes. That's right, Joel, snake eyes. That's what we have for us ahead. Mystery. So there's something here mysterious about what's going on for us ahead this week. We're trying to find some information out. Interesting. You know, when I see mystery, I also feel the moon energy, and that goes really, really well with that Capricorn full moon. But here we have the card says, embrace the wonderful mystery of life, collective. Some things can't be known and are better left mysterious. Mystery is alluring and enticing. This week, this mermaid comes to share the importance of mystery. She wants you to know that there's no need to demystify things. Do you know someone who is always trying to find explanations, analyzing, and examining everything? Well, that's the witness. That's the witness, right? Sometimes just accepting the magic of life is what's called for instead of trying to decipher it all. The mystery of life is beautiful and magical, and magic exists in the mystery. Oh, I like this for us. All right. Let's see how we're showing up. Remember, no reversals on initial story play. These 3 cards will affect each zodiac reading, and if we reach our collective bonus here as well. Well, we're showing up as the 5 of Wands. Interesting enough. Well, 5s are all about change. And there's a change of action that is needed here. This is confrontation. And there's that observation energy here. Okay. You're confronting something head on this week, collective. And this could be individuals. This could be a truth about yourself, taking accountability. Let's see what the challenge is for my collective. What is my challenge here? Ooh, fear. Fear. Anxiety. Communication. Expression. The willingness to talk. The willingness to confront this. And there's some anxiety here about the future and completing something, whether it's gaining closure in relationships, whether it's gaining closure for yourself to move forward, to move on. This is a lot of fiery energy. Honestly, it's a lot of Leo energy, it feels like, even though we just had the 5 of Wands and the 9 of Swords. What's the breakthrough for my collective? Wow. We have another 5. The breakthrough here is in the loss. What are you willing to let go of? In this full moon energy this week on Monday, really sit with yourself and ask, what am I ready to let go of? This is huge accountability this week, whether you like it or not. It just simply is. When we think of pentacles, we think of something of substance, abundance, but it's also something materialized. And so this means something materialized within your reality. So this is about willingness here to make a change. There's 2 5s here. And so this is a massive week here for transformation. If you can allow yourself to let this go. Okay. Joel said it's a payout. Well, this is actually pay up. pay up. But here's the thing with pay up. You're creating room and space for something better. All right. We're going to get into each individual sign since we are officially now in Cancer season. Cancer will be up first. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Reversals are now up. Here we go. Cancer. Hey, Lisa. Welcome back. Cancer, how you feeling going into, next week? What is this about? This almost feels like you were trying to have a new start with this Phoenix energy. And bam, you were slammed right back to rock bottom. Ooh. Let's see the external reason of this. A lot of 5s for you. Even in that 10, there's 5s. What's the external reason for this betrayal, this ending, this... Oh, wow, you got the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords here is twice. So there's something here. Oh, boy. Here's the thing, Cancer. This is just, it's 1 week. You do not need to claim this, okay? You can rebuke this. I totally get it. But here's the thing. There's something here that it's this manifestation of the worst case scenario. Something here has come into your reality, and you are triggered this week here by a situation, whether this is news, whether this is an individual here communicating something to you. It's coming out. It's truth. And this truth is not, it's not meant to make you feel better. It's meant for you to be able to confront this and see the reality of this. So I don't know if you've had rose-colored glasses on, but I feel like something is about to burst for you. Yeah, it is. Look at all of these swords: Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. Now, this could be from an air sign, or this could be, let's say, a boss, a lover, something legal that comes up, but it's news that you're like, oh my gosh. And some of you may feel like you're saying, I knew this was going to happen. But this loss is also the universe saving you. So not all is lost. It's just to get you on the right path. How Cancer is responding to this week. Whether you like it or not, there's the truth. Somebody here, there's guilt, there's shame. I cannot believe how many 5s and 10s that you have right now coming into this week. There's sadness. There's this energy of thinking that, I don't know, I feel like you were trying to be optimistic. I think that you were trying to push something to make something better. You were looking for possibly a peace offering. But here's the thing. You can't change a person's mind, specifically this person. So there's something coming up which is stated to you, and it's stated to you matter-of-factly, and it is going to make you feel like, ugh, here we go again. False start. Greater opportunity, though. Change pathways. Also, I feel, look, another 9. All right. You may feel foolish. You may feel naive about this, but there's an opportunity here that to have proper boundaries, because I feel like there is something here about taking accountability for leaving something open, and not saying you can't be optimistic. It's just this energy of leaving something open that you knew was ready to be closed, because you already knew that this ending was inevitable, yet you tried to have a new beginning and it's just not working in that way. So there's a greater opportunity here of understanding boundaries. Now, some of you, there's a greater opportunity here of understanding someone else's boundaries, meaning you have to accept, this is regarding radical acceptance here of no. Greater gain here for Cancer this week. Here we go. It wasn't for nothing. This was for you to refocus and recenter your time and energy here, because what you were working with, or who you were working with, collaborating with, did not see eye to eye with you. So there's no misunderstanding. It's no means no. And I feel like with this Cancer, it's radical acceptance here of, instead of trying to fix this, I need to allow this to break away or break apart. All right. Not everything is meant to be fixed. Advice for you. And then we're going to get into our auntie messages here, because we do have an auntie message for you too. This communication, I feel, yeah, look at this. We have the Ace of Cups. So this is forgiveness. And it doesn't necessarily mean that this can't feel like, you have to forgive another individual. This is more this energy here to forgive yourself, because there's some guilt and shame for some of you, because this is a soulmate, a soul connection. Others of you, this person here was brought into your life here to trigger you to reflection, to be on the path that you're meant to be. But there's also an ability here of love and acceptance. That's beautiful with the Ace of Cups here for you this week. And look at that, 9 of Cups. See, this is actually bringing you towards the 10 of Cups. It may not feel like this week. There may be some gossip going on here, but you're actually being pushed more towards either community, some of you a better job, some of you a better tribe here that's really meant to be there for you. Okay. This is creating space for that. But the truth is that this is not coming back the way that you hoped it to be. Cancer, your final message here in your affirmation from Auntie is this: stop assuming everyone else knows what you need. Mercury retrograde in your sign is asking you to communicate clearly instead of expecting to read the emotional subtitles this week. This is going to be tough for you too, because this confrontation here, someone may say no to you. And so there's going to be some acceptance here, because you're going to have to create some better boundaries. It doesn't mean that this person should step over your boundaries. It's meaning that you may need to step away from this situation. Your affirmation: I honor my feelings by expressing them honestly. So remain honest and authentic this week. All right. That's what I got here for you, Leo. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. And don't forget, there's always more messages over at Harmonia Friends Community and our membership on YouTube. We're going to move on to Leo. Leo is up next. Leo is up next. How's everyone doing this Saturday? I got to go shopping. That's the first thing I got to do. Hey, Vasha, welcome back. You tired? You slept too much? I hear you. I went to bed. I traveled straight through yesterday. I did stop overnight. But I traveled straight through yesterday, and I literally came home, took a shower, hung out with my cats, put some laundry in, and then went to bed. Like I was out cold. So I was up bright and cheery at like 5 a.m. because I just went straight to bed. I didn't get home too late, but I was just tired. Traveling makes me tired. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but traveling makes me tired. Guys, don't forget, we got a goal going on YouTube. If we get some new members here on YouTube, or if you guys contribute to that goal, we will unlock the collective bonus. We just need 5. All right, Leo, reversals are up. Let's see how your week is going to be. Week ahead here, starting on Monday. Leo, we are starting off here with the 6 of Cups here, reversed. So there is a dispute between you and another individual from your past. Now, some of you, this could just be some nostalgia coming up or memories that you really don't want to focus on. Yeah, I think that you're working on closure here too this week. I do feel that there's a part of you who's realizing that you need to create your own closure, that you're not going to get it from another individual, which is, not the easiest thing to do, but you also know that it's time. There's something here inevitably that I feel, and especially with all of the energy. Now, the world is the last card in the major arcana before you have a new start. So there's something coming up this week that you have had a hard time letting go of. It could have been an individual, could have been something that you did in the past, something to do with failure, rejection. The integration of this, it's time. Peace. That version of you is gone. The version of you that was in this connection that at one point meant so much to you is not there at this point. So I feel for you this week, you're not just mourning the person, you're mourning yourself too, because it's something that could have become something more. Okay. This doesn't have to be romantic. I do feel for some of you, this could have been a family member or a friend, but this is just something that's coming up where it's like, you know what? At one point, I really thought this person was going to be a part of my life for a really, really long time. But for you, this is like, I'm just making peace with this. And you may even find if something comes up this week that maybe you had a hard time with in the past, it's not bothering you nearly as much. And why? Well, because there's been enough time between that time and period. So if there is a run in with an individual or someone is brought up from your past or you dream about them, you're going to realize that you are further than you think to the version of you that is over a situation. How you're responding to this? Yeah. You're taking accountability. I love that it's earth energy because you're remaining really grounded. You're taking care of your well-being. You know, I love this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. I love that it's coming in here with a Capricorn full moon. This is about you taking accountability. This is about you investing wisely. And I also feel that your response here is I'm much better off now. Some of you are very business oriented right now. Like you're really looking towards your finances and your financial well-being. Greater opportunity here for you this week. Oh, this is beautiful. Here's another 6, right? Some things are just meant to be left in the dark. And emotionally, this was tough at one point, but now you're trusting that whatever is ahead has to be better. It's got to be better than this. And so there's this energy here of just moving forward, moving on, and feeling okay with not having to know all of the answers. Yeah. I also feel like the greater gain here this week, there may be a new opportunity here, whether this is meeting somebody new, whether this is a new endeavor. You have the possibility here to make something bring in more fruition for you. Okay. Especially if this is a business that you were starting out or you've been thinking about it. This is Leo going, you know what? I'm going to invest wisely with this. And if it's not a business, it's you just saying, I'm going to invest wisely. Or you know what? If this is a person here that you meet this week, I'm not going to claim it as anything. I'm going to start off with a solid foundation here of being casual and friendly and start this off with a friendship first before I even dive into romance. There is an opportunity here for you to connect with another this week. Final advice here for you, Leo, this week. Hey, Birdie, welcome back. Congratulations, Vasha, for starting a new job. Look at that. You got the page again. This is different. This page looks a little bit smug. It almost looks like, he's got pentacle here, but the 2 on his head almost looks like pentacles. So it thinks the 3 of pentacles. I feel like you're not going to open up to any single individual or any single circumstances here where you're going to put all your money into it. Those days are over. This is this energy here of wanting to learn something new, having a fresh new perspective, and educating yourself in the situation here, treating something as brand spanking new. What else we got here? Oops, I almost poked the wrong deck. Other advice here for you? Wow. This would be a great time for you to expand. If this is a Leo here who's looking for expansion or travel, Spirit is saying, yeah, be wise about it. Have fun with it. Some of you are meant to be online, opening an online business for some of you, or social media, or being an influencer. Others of you, it's to have fun, join community, go outside of your comfort zone. Some of you, it's time to book something for yourself. Do it for you. Okay. Travel is involved and travel is coming up. And we are also going in the summer season now. So a lot of people are taking vacation time. All right, Leo, Auntie says, Jupiter entering your sign is handing you a microphone this week. The question is whether you're going to use it to share your gifts, or continue doubting that you deserve the spotlight. Affirmation: I allow myself to take up space and confidence and purpose. I like this because I really do feel something in the past made you feel like you couldn't have a new start, and this week you are absolutely having a new start. All right, that's what I have for you, Leo. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below, and don't forget there's always more messages on the other side inside the vault or in the membership at YouTube. Virgo is up. Virgo. All right, let's see what's going on for our Virgos. Virgo, how you feeling going into this week? How you feeling going into this week, Virgo? Reversals are now up. Wow, the Four of Wands. Celebration, happiness, connection. You got a party to go to this week? Are you happy to spend some time with somebody this week? External reason why? Oh boy, we have the Two of Cups here. Okay. This is a deep connection here for Virgo. This could be friendship too, or family members. Oh my goodness. Lovers. Now there's 4 lover cards in this deck, and I left them all in. So if we get lovers again, it just is what it is. But lovers is about choice. It's not necessarily about love. And so there's an opportunity here this week where you choose to be with another. Now, what's interesting is the choice of doing this is really amplifying your courage here to make a big decision that maybe you've had to take some time and space to do so. Now, some of you, if this is not another individual, don't forget we got the Witness here, that this could also be the connection to you, because they do look alike here. If it's not connection with another individual, is with your higher self, and be able to see the duality here of this connection. There's a deep bond here. It's a loving, sincere bond. And I feel like it's encouraging here. And this actually reminds me a little bit of the world energy here. So it's traveling the distance, celebration. I actually want to just like give you a clap and say good job. But also for some of you, this is a relationship that's very supportive, whether you're coming off supportive to another individual or this person's coming off supportive to you. But it's not necessarily going to the point where like you don't feel like you're getting lost in it. Okay, this is just something here where you're celebrating wins, whether it's your wins or this person's. Greater opportunity here. See, there's something here that you felt discouraged to start or to do, or maybe this individual could also, maybe if there's something here that this person here, whether it's you or them, who has a hard time accepting help or assistance, because I just heard fairy godmother. There's just this energy here of, as you wish. And I feel like there's an opportunity here to allow someone here to be seen and validated in a big way. And this feels amazing, whether that's you or to the other person. It's allowing them to have confidence to make a big and bold move in the future. And there were some of you who were holding back on a particular dream or a particular venture because, and this is interesting too, because you were not in a rush to get ahead. And so some of you held yourself back, especially if this is something where it's related to children, right? So if this is something here where I have my collective who has a child here and you held yourself back from doing something, whether it's to raise the child or be there for them, this is an encouragement here of this is your time now. You should do it, and it's almost like the roles are going to reverse in a beautiful way, but it's very eye-opening here for you. Greater gain. Oh my goodness. Just a lot of celebration, connection, understanding, appreciation. Thank you. Thank you for being there for me. Now it's my turn to be there for you. So I feel like this deep connection of an individual. And like I said, if this is your higher self, this is you starting to see the integration of like, I am so glad I went through that, because if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't be built the way that I am now to embrace what I'm about to receive. And you're going to be receiving some really good news this week. And so this is something here where there was a false start. Advice here for you. Knight of Wands. Now, here's the thing about the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is like, once they go, they're all in. Absolutely all in. They take the actions to do so. But this Knight of Wands here is also facing this Eight of Wands. And so that tells me that there's going to be some boundaries that you're going to have to put up here so that you can create space for doing this endeavor, whether it is to put more into this relationship, whether it is to do something that you've been always wanting to do, to dream of. There's just something here about having proper boundaries. And for a lot of you, you're such a go-getter that you end up burning yourself out because you spread yourself too thin. So Spirit's saying, don't spread yourself too thin. Yeah. Six of Cups. This person here loves you regardless. Okay. This person is a cheerleader, or you are a cheerleader to this individual. All right. They're also lighting the fire here, saying, hey, I might not necessarily be there for every waking period of this, but I'm here now to celebrate that. So a lot of celebration here for you this week, or for another here with you. All right, Virgo. Auntie says, not every problem requires immediate fixing this week. Your greatest strength may be knowing what to leave alone long enough to reveal its own answer. This goes really nicely with this boundary, because there's something here where you may be trying to spread yourself thin, or saying that you can be there for everybody, and Spirit saying, no, but it doesn't need immediate fixing here this week. It's something you need to think about. Your affirmation here, Virgo, is this: I trust myself to discern when to act and when to wait. All right. That's what I got here for you, Virgo. If you resonate with this or want to claim it, go ahead and do so. And we're going to move on to Libra. Libra is up next. Oh, that's so exciting, Birdie. Congratulations. That's a big deal. Looks like a good week for Virgo. Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's going on here for Libra. All right, Libra, here we go. Libra, how's your week going? How are you starting out here? The moon. Pisces energy here. You're starting off right here with the Capricorn full moon. So there's something here. Well, that's a mystery. There's mystery here. Something hidden. You're hiding a new start. This Libra here is hiding a new start. You're almost under the cover here. You're behind the scenes. This is how you're showing up this week. See the external reason why. You're very intuitive. Oh, are you hiding from a particular person here? Look, there's Kali. There's Kali here. Forces transformation, but there's someone here who's demanding change from you. Now, this could be another air sign that you're dealing with, right? But you're remaining quiet and reserved and not necessarily making yourself present to another person. Now, you trigger the hell out of this person. I can tell you right now. You trigger the hell out of this person, okay? So when they see you missing and they're forced to look at nobody but themselves, well, that's a part here that could be very debilitating to them. I feel like this Libra's gone silent on someone. Integration here. Ooh, 10 of Swords here, reverse. So this individual fears change that you're dealing with. And there's something here where this individual did not like to see you change or for you to have a new start with this Phoenix energy. I also feel the integration of this was this. I don't know if this person betrayed you, cheated on you, or this was just full on jealousy of you where you just went quiet and accepted that this person here, if you just went quiet and weren't there, well, there's not anything really that they can gain from it. So I feel like you pulled your energy, or you're pulling back your energy this week. You may hear from this person. Yeah. This is an individual here who needs you more than you need them. And this person here relies on your stability. And some of you just simply your light. Okay. But there's something that's very balanced on you. And I feel that this individual, with whatever, because of your energy, because of your time, because of how you are showing up here as not there, this individual here is realizing they don't have enough confidence to offer to not only their things, but also to you. And so the integration of this is that this person here misses your stability. Hopefully this person wasn't using you for your money, Libra. Greater opportunity here, the Star. Okay. I feel like you're having a glow up, and I feel like this person here is not part of that glow up. Aquarius energy here. There's understanding, there's release, there's forgiveness here. But I also feel right now you're being very vulnerable, and that vulnerability comes with the right circle, because you see all these circles of who you are amongst. And I feel like right now you're watering into yourself or into connections that matter to you. I also feel kind of like this stork energy here. I'm not saying that you're going to have a baby, but there's this energy here of keeping something safe, something sacred to you. Greater gain here. Yeah, you're just moving on. All right. Now, there's also this energy here. If this person doesn't necessarily communicate to you, there's going to be a greater gain here where you're going to start realizing that your peace is very important to you, but that you're having a lot of new things come into your life, whether that's new relationship, whether that's your money doing well, but you're not necessarily surrounding yourself or sharing it amongst the world with this particular person. You have a really jealous individual, like jealous individual around you. So Are they watching? Yes. Are they getting anything out of it? No. Advice here for you. Oh, we got some travel coming up. There's something here exciting about being on the move for you. It's coming up in the summer because this is Cancer season. So this is representing Cancer right here. So there's something about traveling that's coming up here for you in a big way. All right. And I feel like it's just energy here of making yourself happy. You know what? I pulled the wrong card, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I just not meant wrong card, the wrong deck, but I love this. All right. You're moving towards loyalty, family, security. This feels like home. And so this is you having peace at home. Now, someone here may not be at peace because they don't have a piece of you, but I do feel like you are at peace this week here. All right. And it's just like just listening to your intuition. All right. Auntie's message here for you, Libra. Balance doesn't mean keeping everyone happy. Sometimes balance means admitting that something in your life has become too heavy to carry gracefully. And I feel like that's intuitively you knowing that by being mysterious and just keeping yourself quiet, you're finding more peace in that. All right. You're not necessarily trying to appease somebody here or force change because somebody here fears or gets triggered here by you changing. Your affirmation. I create harmony by honoring my truth. All right. That's what I have here for you, Libra. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below, and don't forget there's always more messages on the other side. Scorpio is up next. Guys, we do have a donation drive going on here. If we get 5 donations, or if you become a member here during the live show, only during the live show, we'll also unlock here the bonus. It will count as one of the 5 goals. And we have lots of content over there because you guys get access to the vault material for a limited time before that resets. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's going on for Scorpio. Now, don't forget, guys, I will be live tomorrow. I'm going to be live a lot because we have to catch up on all of the July readings. I'll get there. I absolutely will get there. But tomorrow we have singles. We have singles, and it's who's coming in and what to expect in July's energy. And then we have later in the week what's ahead. And we also have the Cancer gets an extra reading because, well, it's Cancer season. And then on Thursday, we have current feelings. So we have a lot of readings, a lot of lives this week, typically more than I typically would do, but it's because I'm playing catch up. Scorpio. Scorpio. Let's see how you're feeling going into this week, this Monday. Scorpio's week looking. The Devil reverse. Well, that's Capricorn energy. So there's something here that's being revealed to you. External reason. We have the Ace of Cups here reverse. I feel like the Scorpio is having some deep reflection this week and seeing the truth of a matter. And it is bringing out some areas in your life where you may have been repeating the pattern of not feeling good enough. And so it's bringing up a not enough wound this week here. It does feel like unfinished business. Now, some of you with this Queen of Coins, there's that not enough energy. All right. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. You may have that in your chart, but the integration of this is, you know, you may have dealt with someone here who could have made you feel like you weren't picture perfect or you had to go to their needs and desires. This is usually a clinging energy, an energy of not realizing your worth, giving it away, or trying to look a particular status. And the integration of this is, you know, what what started this need here to try to overgive. And so I feel like Scorpio this week is really evaluating where they overgave. Now, some of you, it's like having buyer's remorse, especially if this comes to a relationship. Others of you, it could be something financially where it's like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have spent that, but I did. And why did I need that? Well, maybe I just had this guilty pleasure. Like, why did you buy it? So there's maybe an emotional need of why you purchased something and having regrets about it. But I feel this energy here of having deep regrets, but understanding, oh, that was a pattern. I've been through this before and I can correct this. Remember, your breakthrough is the loss. So it's a reality check, but it's not a bad thing. No, it's proper boundaries, if anything. Fool me once, fool me twice. The next time is like, oh, it's not going to happen. So this is you realizing, something's got to stop, something's got to change. Some of you are changing a particular habit, getting more healthy, having a more healthy mindset, watching what you state, and maybe if you have a negative self-talking, maybe you vent a lot or whine, you're taking accountability of what you're actually showcasing to the universe or to other individuals. Don't forget you got the witness here too. And there's this energy here too, that in this negative self-talk where you have to realize, would you talk, if this was your child, would you talk that way to your child? Or if this is something here where, you're like, no, I would give them confidence. I wouldn't treat them that way. Because I feel this energy of someone who scrutinized you growing up that really affected you in this period now. But I do feel this energy of having a new start and realizing something's got to change. Greater opportunity here for you this week, the Eight of Cups. If you guys didn't see the post that I did on the Eight of Cups, that is something in the community section on YouTube. I also put it on Facebook too. But there's this energy here of, like, you've already been through this already. Now you're at a new start, and this reflection is only temporary. And this temporary period here is realizing that, okay, I've created room, I've created space, but I can have a new beginning and forgive myself in that situation. This is why I have proper boundaries now. This is why I'm choosing to do something differently. But definitely check the community post out here, because that's a big message here to go back to that. Oh, I love this here. The Seven of Coins. So yes, is this easy work? No, this is you breaking ground. This is you saying, I'm choosing, I'm making a decision, I'm sticking to it, and I'm going to work on this. And I'm not going to be picture perfect at this. There's going to be days that I fall, or there's going to be days that I have obstacles or make mistakes, but that's okay, because I'm going to get back up and I'm going to try and do it again. Because the more awareness that you add into your life, the more you're going to find that it's going to become easier and easier down the road. So you got to start somewhere. You're not going to be a level 1 forever. And they're making me use video games because I'm a gamer. Oh, advice for you. Ace of Pentacles. This is a greater gift than you actually may think that this is. This is the biggest offering that you can give to yourself when it comes to balance and reciprocity. Okay. This has to do with a Scorpio who tends to overgive, or, whether financially, whether with time. But it's time to forgive and be open to the possibilities. You have a really beautiful new start this week. And I feel that this acceptance with the star energy, Aquarius energy, there's something, this kind of reminds me almost more of a Christmas star than anything. But there's something here that I feel at the end of the season that you may have felt like especially if this was like last Christmas. Ooh, that may be a song that's something significant to you, last Christmas. But there's just something here where you're much better off. And this is allowing you to really focus on what you truly deserve. Your final message here, Scorpio, is this. Auntie says, pay attention to what keeps resurfacing this week. We have Mercury retrograde, a habit of bringing unfinished business back to your doorstep with perfect timing. So your affirmation is, I release what no longer serves my growth. And this will be really, really big for you this week. All right, that's what I got going on here for Scorpio. If that resonated or if you want to claim, go ahead. And we're going to move on to Sagittarius. Saggy is up. You're welcome. Thanks for stopping by, Birdie. Enjoy your weekend. Let's see what's going on for our Saggies. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's going on for the week ahead. How's Monday looking for you? Reversals are now up. Here we go, Saggy. Wow, your energy is up here, but there's something about you losing confidence, feeling discouraged. Your pride is in the way. Queen of Wands here, reverse is usually someone here who's, I almost felt bitter, resentful. External reason why? Oh boy. I think it's no secret that you were dealing with a very sneaky individual. This person here is a traitor to you. But I feel, with this energy here of the Nine of Swords, God, the Nine of Swords here, and then taking away those Seven of Swords is leaving the Two of Swords. This is someone here where you feel like you don't know what to do because of this person's actions. Some of you lack of actions. Why? See, at one point, the two of you agreed upon something. You were all in. And this week, you could be dealing with a Gemini. This week, you're left with a question of why? Why even go to that level of saying I'm all in when you're obviously not all in and you're out, and then you're pretending that, well, you didn't make that promise. So I feel like someone made you a promise and then didn't keep the promise. Yeah. This is some of you, this is a separation. This is someone here who ghosts you. Gosh, this is hard because I feel commitment. Now, some of you, this is job related. It's like, you said I was like the star and now you're not even treating me like that. You promised me a raise and I didn't get a raise. It's like this person just goes missing or pretends that conversation didn't happen. And so now you're left with a new start and you're like, how do I even approach this new start? Because I put all of my eggs into those baskets. Yeah. The greater opportunity here is to be very realistic. I also feel that this person here left a tremendous amount of responsibility on you because of their acceptance. Hopefully, this isn't a marriage that's going sour and they're leaving the responsibility as not just children, but financial burden here too. But there's a greater opportunity here to help yourself and to be grounded here on an opportunity that actually is going to pay back. And you can't avoid this anymore because this person here doesn't intend to fess up. And I think some of you are leaving the space here of like, are they going to tell me why? And the answer is they're not going to tell you anything. So don't bank on it. No. And you may feel this energy here of, well, if I wait, maybe I'll gain a new perception and get an answer of why. And I really feel like Spirit's encouraging you not to wait or to avoid this, but to be very realistic of how much you can handle without this individual's input. Advice here for you, Sagittarius. Justice. Now, some of you, you need some justice, right? Where this may have to be out of your hand. You may have to go to court for this. Okay. You may have to get a lawyer for this. You know, a third party may be the answer here to try to weigh the differences between the two of you. But there are consequences here that you're left with because an individual here promised you. What you're asking for is justice, but you may have to take this acceptance here that, well, especially here with the Eight of Pentacles here, where you may have to put some extra work here to get that realignment. And this realignment is for you. So it's not just to leave it waiting or in there, especially if someone here did you dirty or if this is work related. It's almost saying to you 8, 9, 10 that this is giving you an out here to find something new. You know, you might not be able to leave it this week, but here's an greater opportunity here to say, this is obviously not going to work for me. I need to find a new placement here because this person here is replacing you, or you're feeling, you know, not necessarily they're keeping their word. Your final message here from Auntie is this: before you jump into the next adventure, make sure you're not trying to outrun a conversation you still need to have. I feel like this is the justice. You know, this is about, you know, put it in writing, making confirmation here, especially if it's something here about resigning, like 2 weeks notice. But there's just something here where you're being asked to not avoid it and do the same thing this individual is, take accountability for it. Your affirmation is, I move forward with wisdom, not avoidance. So the best thing you could do is to confront this situation head on, especially if this is something with legal. All right, that's what I got here for you, Sagittarius. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget there's always more messages in the membership area. And we're going to move on to Capricorn. Capricorn is up. We still have Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. We do have a collective that we may unlock if we get the bonuses. Capricorn is up. Capricorn. Hey, Mitzi. Welcome back. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Came on earlier today because I got errands to run since I'm home for the first time in, well, 2 weeks. It's a long time not home. I drove for 2 days. Capricorn, how you feeling going into this week? We have the Five of Swords here reversed, okay? You just want peace and quiet, and you may have to create this peace and quiet here and not feel guilty about it. You know, I do feel like there is a conversation here that has not happened, and this is you needing to like realize that I don't know. I feel like you're choosing peace this week. External reason here why? Yeah. Not only are you choosing peace, you're taking a gift here, an offer. Some of you, it's like peace offering. But you're offering, this is a peace offering this is not from a person here that you were forced to leave. It's almost like you had to create some kind of closure on yourself, realizing a person here is anticipating you coming back, but you're taking a new opportunity that is being handed to you, and it's outside of those walls, and you know it. So it's an opportunity to here to move on. Some of you, if this is job related, here you found a better job. Others of you, if it's a relationship, there's a better relationship here. Yeah, Knight of Swords. Ooh. You are going to disturb someone else's peace by saying peace out. Now, some of you are going to do this quietly and just break away. Others of you, no means no, and you are doing a firm boundary, and this boundary here could be blocking a person in communication. Yeah, because you left emotionally originally. So if this was a relationship that was kind of left wishy-washy or the door half open, you've been done. Like, this Capricorn is already done. And when a person is done and another individual is not done, it's like you can't repair that. You can't repair it when somebody is done. And so this Capricorn is done with this job, done with this friendship, done with this partnership. They're done. They're emotionally not invested in this anymore. What they want is a new beginning. And this week, I feel like I'm making a huge move. And I don't care how it affects another individual. It's my time. I deserve this. Some of you, it's like I'm accepting an offer. I'm accepting a job. Others of you, it's like I'm going to post that I'm in a relationship because I met somebody new. Like, I just feel this energy of an opportunity where you choose yourself or you choose something that feels better for you. Yeah, justice. This is Capricorn. Hell no. You know, the mystery before is that you don't know. This has got to be better than what you were offered before. And I feel like it is. But you are taking a chance here to trust your intuition and witness something that is more healthy for you. So I feel like this Capricorn is accepting a brand new offer this week. They are not choosing the old. They are not leaving that door open for old. If anything, they're resigning, they're blocking, or they're saying this is over. Greater gain here. There we go. Page of Cups. I just feel like there's just something that is inviting you. And this is like a puppy. It's brand spanking new. And who doesn't love a puppy? Okay. Puppy's excited to see you. There's just something more emotionally aligned to you about the excitement. So I feel like you're either starting a new job, starting a new connection, just choosing yourself, doing something that feels like home to you, but it's not inviting another individual back in. Final advice here for you from the cards, and then we'll see what Auntie has to say for you, Capricorn. Because I do feel like you're leaving someone in the past. And we have that full moon here for you. Two of Pentacles. I feel this energy here that this is about your core responsibilities, and I'm really feeling this energy here of this loss, okay? Now, with the Seven of Pentacles, your breakthrough here is acceptance, and it's going to take some work. It is going to take some work, but you're not going to do everything all overnight. Spirit is saying there's going to be some bridging going back and forth between the old version of you and the new version, but it doesn't necessarily. And there's that home. You see that home that's got like, almost looks like lightning. All right. There's just something here where I feel you're ready to shed the skin of the version of you that accepts very little. And this version of you is accepting something much larger that takes on more responsibility, but you're excited about it. Hey, Nancy, welcome back. Hey, Unique. Yeah, the Hermit, soul searching, okay? And I feel what Spirit is saying is, before you give it all, even to a new connection, even into a new endeavor, even into yourself, do it with moderation and understanding of why you are accepting certain things. Because there's some of you who've accepted things quicker just to get out of a scenario. Like, I'm out of here. I gotta take this. And you put yourself all in and end up in the same situation. Spirit's saying, take your time and balance, and don't forget to choose yourself too. All right. Your final message here from Auntie is this, Capricorn. The full moon has your name written all over it. So take inventory of your accomplishments, but also be very honest about where you're carrying your responsibility that no longer belongs to you. Your affirmation: I honor my achievements and release unnecessary burdens this week. All right. That's what I got here for you, Capricorn. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. And don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. Aquarius will be up next. Aquarius is up next. For those of you guys just joining, we do have a goal going on. If we unlock the goal, we will unlock. I'm sorry. If we get to our goal on YouTube, we will unlock the collective bonus. And don't forget, guys, the Harmonia summer giveaway is in full effect. There's limited tickets. If you want to join in, yes, you have to pay for shipping and handling, but it's a pretty darn big prize, and I don't go small on my giveaways. So make sure you guys are checking out the YouTube board for that. You do have to be a member, whether you're on Harmonia Friends website in the vault or the YouTube membership. You can grab your entries. Okay. And here's the giveaway. It's a good one. It's a good one. It's got some summer fun here. All right. It's cool. Little tote. It's a beach bag, but it's also a cooler. You got some beach towels. And I always put intuitive mystery prizes. Whoever wins it, I kind of hone into it, and I'll put some mystery gifts here into that little bag for you as well. So that's something that interests you. You can check out the membership for the details of how to join in. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right. Let's see what's going on for Aquarius. Aquarius, let's see what's going on for you this week. Strength energy here, and this card is called Fortitude. That's Leo energy, is reversed. Feel burnout. Your walls are up really high. External reason why for this? Well, are you fearing a new start? Are you fearing what's ahead? I mean, I don't think it's here yet, but there's just something about, maybe it's speaking up, maybe it's stating what you want, what you desire. I feel like something is shifting here in perspective, which is really like good for you. But there's also a need here for understanding. But I feel like this Aquarius is trying to seek clarity. Yeah. Especially when it comes to the next move, because I feel like you're waiting for an answer. And Aquarius, whatever this is, maybe it's communication from another individual. Maybe it's an answer from God, right? I just feel like it's like, I don't want to say I'm all in and make a fool out of myself. So your walls are really high up of like, no, it can't be me. It can't be me. It can't be me to communicate this, or I can't ask for that, or I'm going to come off as too much. There's just this energy here of fear of rejection, fear of losing, failing. How you're responding to this? Well, the world. So you got a big move coming up, whether it's a physical move, a relocation, or it's you going the distance. Okay. We got your energy in this card. We also have Scorpio and Leo. Leo again is coming heavily. And I just feel, and Taurus energy. I feel like something here is about to come full circle for you, full steam ahead. But you're not going to have all the answers to do this move. You're just going to have to trust your gut on this one. And some of you, there's a specific place that you need to go, that you just know, like that's where you got to go into. You got to feel into it. Okay. So there's something here where you need to be at this location. Some of you online. Greater opportunity here. 5 of Swords. Don't talk yourself out of this. Don't talk yourself out of this because you have a tendency to back out. All right. Fear of heartbreak, fear of rejection, fear of loss. Speak up. Speak up. The Emperor here reversed. Ego. Controlling. Aries energy. Micromanaging. Perfectionist. The greater gain here is to let loose, to be open, to communicate your desires, your needs, but also if this is something here that you're afraid to do, afraid to make a move on, Spirit's like, it's time to go. Make the bold move. Do it with confidence. Advice here for you can't even be clearer than this. Communicate. Be assertive. You don't need to over-explain. And some of you have to have openness and willingness if it is an individual who you are asking something of, that they may not like this side of you, or they may not agree with what you got to do here, which is that challenge here is facing the fear of rejection. But at least you're out of that energy here of knowing. At least you'll know. This is just worry of not knowing. And it's like, should I do it? Should I do it? Look, you're going to be stuck. Spirit is saying you're going to be stuck in a pattern here with that Capricorn energy, where you have the ability here with this full moon coming up for you to release what no longer serves you. Be open. And also be open to hearing and witnessing what another has to say if this is due to a connection here. You may get a greater gain here with that. Your final message here, Aquarius, is this. Your perspective is shifting, and that's a good thing. Don't cling to old conclusions simply because you spent a long time. Listen to this, Aquarius. You spent a long time believing them. Your affirmation. I remain open to new understanding. All right. That's what I got here for you, Aquarius. If that resonated or if you want to claim it, go ahead. And we're going to move on to Pisces. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. Happy birthday, Nancy. That's exciting. You doing anything fun for your birthday? Pisces. Pisces is up. Guys, don't forget, we do have love readings tomorrow. I'll be on at 3 o'clock tomorrow for my singles. Hey, Amy, welcome back. Let's see what's ahead for Pisces. Here, what is ahead for Pisces going into this week, starting on Monday? Reversals are now up. They'll be affected by this row. The Wheel of Fate. This is basically the Wheel of Fortune. It's out of your hands. You got to go with the flow this week. You got to take a chance. You got to take a chance here. Ooh. The Knight of Wands. Well, externally, what's coming to you is a passionate situation here. Now, some of you, if this is not a romantic connection, there's someone here who's approaching you, who wants to work with you, to collaborate, to communicate, to say, I'm in. Now, others of you, you have an individual here who kind of comes off a little bit as a player, has a lot of passion for you, and you're kind of like circling this person over and over again. And it's like, should I take a chance with them? Should I? Advice here for you. 7 of Swords. Wow. You're not going to have all of the answers unless you take a gamble and trust your intuition. Now, I'm not going to tell you which way to go. Some of you are going to say, no, this feels a little bit too risky for me. I'm taking a chance to back out of this. Okay. The challenge here is fear. And the breakthrough here is actually reevaluating what rejection and loss is. Some of you are like, I'm not really much of a gambler. I don't want to do it. Others of you are like, I'm going to take a shot and see what happens out of it. So I do have 2 collective here in each way. And the response here, ooh, now the 3, especially if this is a person here in the past who has juggled you or who is in and out with saying that they're going to be there for you. With it reverse, it tells me that in the past you have been juggled before or been mistreated before. And some of you don't want to follow the same pattern because you've learned your lesson. Others of you, this is you trying to be open to not treat that pattern that it's every specific person. If this is a new endeavor, a new idea, if this is something new, only if this is something new. All right. If this is old, I feel like a lot of you are going to say no to this. Now, some of you, if it's old and you treat it like new, you're going to try to be optimistic about it. Greater opportunity. Oh, 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. Now, I did a message here. If I highly suggest you go to the community post on YouTube. Some of you, it is on Facebook too, about the 8 of Cups message earlier in the week about being in between 2 worlds. Some of you have the past coming back up to test you. To test you. You may be repeating another pattern. Others of you, you're ready to break that pattern. You're ready to break it, you know? You don't want to continue to dive in the past anymore. The greater gain here for you is about your happiness. You're not here to chase another. Right? You're also like, this reminds me of the fool who jumped already. Right, a little bit, you know, with in this particular card, in the card art itself. But the sun is usually about your vitality, your health, your well-being. You know, it's the happiest card in tarot, and there's a greater gain here to focus on your happiness and not be taken advantage of. So this is you choosing yourself or choosing your happiness and saying, listen, if it doesn't work out, I'm not going to be pouty about it. I'm still going to choose my happiness regardless. Advice here. Watch who you choose to collaborate with, Spirit is saying. Who you partner with. It has to do with reciprocity. Not 50-50. It's just reciprocity. You tend to overgive. At least this Pisces does. Yeah, Knight of Wands. Watch. because you have someone here who, and I feel like you have your options open. Some of you, it's the past and you do have somebody new. Others of you, it's just the past connection coming up where you've taken some bad gambles. And it's like, listen, I can treat this like crap, like, like it's nothing, or I can really go after what's something with a more refreshing state here and take my time with it. I don't have to rush anything. And there's this need here to slow down. Don't rush this, especially if it's a new connection. Pisces, your final message from Auntie is this. Protect your peace this week. Not every emotional wave belongs to you, and not every problem requires you rescuing it. Okay. Especially if this is an individual who misses you, wants you back, right? If it's a loved one. Your affirmation is, I protect my energy with compassion and wisdom. All right. That's what I got here for you, Pisces. If that resonated, or if you want to claim it, you certainly can. And we're going to move on to Aries. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side of Harmonia Friends community. Aries is up. Oh no. Well, we're in the pre-shadow. We have retrograde coming up this week, but we're in the pre-shadow, so I feel like it's here. Aries. Aries is up. So we have Aries, Taurus, and Gemini left. It doesn't look like we're going to have a collective bonus because we didn't get any donations. So Gemini looks like it's going to be our last reading unless there's some kind of whirlwind. We got Aries up next. Aries. Mitzi says, no matter how much the packing changes, it's still the past, but with new wrapping paper. Ain't that the truth? Now that's saying I do believe people can change, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to change. That person's going to change on your new, because you're always going to change. Some people change for even the worse. The bigger question is can you accept a person as they are? Like, you don't want the past back, so you're just accepting them, Meaning, no. No, thanks, I don't want that. Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's going on for Aries ahead for Monday into the rest of the week. Aries, we're starting off here with the star reversed. Okay, what are you upset about? There's sadness here. I feel very burdened because you're ready to have a start. And there's this energy here feeling very exasperated and lonely and like, why am I on my own doing this? I feel like you poured your heart into whatever this is, whether this is a person or a dream or a job for some of you. And this week here, I feel sad and like all the responsibility is weighing on you, but you know your limits. Like this to you, this mopiness here even feels like this Aries is like, I can't be mopey forever. Yeah. Now the good news is that you get to choose. Right? You got Gemini energy here. We have the Lovers card, and this deck particularly has 4 Lovers cards. It's interesting enough. I keep wondering if the Lovers card is going to appear like several times in a reading, but it hasn't so far. But I left them all in. But I feel for you, you have your options open, and there's an opportunity here. And did somebody reject you? I feel like someone created a wall here. It feels like very burdensome here for this Aries, who almost feels like wounded or not healed because an individual here didn't choose to water into this with you or just choose you. Yeah, a Hierophant. This is a huge spiritual lesson here for you. We have Taurus energy, could have been dealing with a Taurus, but I feel like there's something about taking accountability with the next move. It's like, I learned my lesson, and yeah, this sucks, and yeah, I have to do it on my own. But also I have a better understanding of what it is when it comes to partnerships and connections. It's also ability here to slow down. Yeah. Greater opportunity here is not to be foolish, rose colored glasses, not to leap into something recklessly. And I feel the opportunity here is realizing that you are left with a lot of responsibilities where, like, you had to process it on your own. Or if you took a job where you thought that you were going to get an advancement, this is you realizing I'm doing a lot for very little. And so there's a great opportunity here to realize this imbalance and the fear here of, like, will I be taken advantage of again? Will it be just like this with another relationship? Will it be like this at another job? There's something here where it's like, learn from this and know that you need proper boundaries in place, and that you don't have to jump into something. You don't have to be all in. All right. Maybe it's about reevaluating something earlier. Maybe you worked somewhere so long, and then you asked for an advancement, but they got so used to you working somewhere so long and doing certain things that they just assume that you'd be okay with it. And now you're realizing that they're not going to be pushing on it. Well, this is you about taking accountability of asking for things up front or renegotiating those contracts earlier. So it's just an opportunity here to slow down when you do anything brand spanking new. Welcome back, Bernadette. Greater gain here. Okay, you have the Emperor reverse. So this is someone who's very unruly. It's not you that I feel this in. Okay, even though it's your card, it's not you. And I know it's not you because this is something here where the challenge comes with feeling being taken advantage or dealing with an individual who throws their insecurities on you. Okay. There's a greater opportunity to take accountability of this week. Okay. Choose differently. Advice for you. Look at that. Choose differently. 7 of Cups. Okay. Now, sevens are all about that energy here of knowledge. I always think of the fates a little bit with sevens, but I feel that right now there are opportunities. There's a need here to feel more into them before making a decision right away, but also to know that if you choose one cup and you don't like it, it doesn't mean all these other cups disappear. There's going to be other options in front of you. So it's okay to feel into it or to express that you want to try something, a little differently. With the 8 of Pentacles here, this is about all of the hard work and drive that you put into a particular job or a person. And Spirit's saying, hey, before you put all of your eggs in one basket, watch why you're doing that. Is it to prove to someone that you're better? Is it to prove something that you feel lack of? When are you, Aries, going to feel enough? I feel like you're facing a I'm not enough wound here. Okay. So watch your impulsive actions here this week. Aries, your final message here is this from Auntie. Slow down long enough to notice what you're building. Here's that building energy here. I felt like the builder was here a little bit if you rolled a 4. But this is slow down enough to notice what you're building. Momentum is wonderful, but direction still matters. Your affirmation this week, Aries: I choose purposeful action over impulsive reaction. And be very careful with this individual, because the impulse here is to react when they say no to you. All right. That's what I got here for you, Aries. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. And we got Taurus coming up. Taurus is up. Amy says that resonated. Angel says, sometimes we outgrow people, nothing personal. And when they had the chance, they blew it. Yeah, that's true too. Blew it. I like to be overreactive on it. You blew it. As a reader, I'll say, they fumbled you. All right, so Taurus and Gemini are up. It looks like we didn't get Unlock Your Collective bonus today. But I know people join later. I'm on a little bit earlier than I anticipated. But I am going to be on, guys, on Saturday mornings moving forward for the summer only. We'll go back to the other times once I get through the summer, but I'm trying to have some me time, believe it or not, on the weekends. It just ain't going to happen because I'm a sun baby and I want to be outside. So that's why I want to get in the morning and get it done so I can hang out outside. All right. Taurus is up. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Whoa. That just slammed into mystery. Uh-oh. The Magician reversed. This is a direct call here. You see, you are testing the universe. You want the mystery solved. External reason why you want the mystery solved? I almost feel like you're asking for a signier sign. I do this a lot here too. I love to do this while I'm driving because, I try to, like, I'm in my head, I'm grounding myself. But like during my road trip, I'll ask for a specific number, like usually an angel number. And I say, okay, if I see it 3 times, then that's the answer to my question. And then I'll see it. And I'm not looking like to find the number or anything like that. I just kind of see when it happens. But when it happens, I don't believe it. And I'm like, no, I'm going to need something signier. That could have just been a coincidence. Can you give me something bigger? And then you come up with another scenario here. Well, I feel like the universe is like, seriously, I've been throwing signs at Taurus left and right, and it's never enough. So I feel like the universe is like, you need to stop. You need to stop. This is meant to be a mystery. You're not meant to know. Look, the moon's here, all right? This is for you to trust your intuition on. You got to trust your gut. Whatever you're asking for specifically in the cards this week, Spirit's saying, stop trying to mess what's working behind the scenes. This is like, no. The cards aren't even allowing it. No, they're not. We have the 9 of Swords here, minus that is a 7 of Swords. This is a mystery. It's a mystery. You know what? They want me to go back to the book. Hey, Collie. They want me to go back to the book here on mystery. Sorry, Taurus. The mermaid wants you to know that there's no need to demystify things. Do you know someone who is always trying to find explanations, analyzing, and examining everything? Yes, in the cards, it's Taurus. Maybe this is you, Taurus. Sometimes just accepting the magic of life is what's called for instead of trying to decipher it. Does someone appear mysterious to you? Are you trying to lure you in? Perhaps you could take a tip from them and become more mysterious yourself rather than layer everything out on the table, so to speak. So there's a part of you too that needs to really just be chill. All right, let's see how you're responding. Patience. Patience. Spirit is asking you to be patient. All right, be chill. This is also a card of being present. Currently, your mind is so trying to find an answer, and Spirit's like, just be in the present moment. Enjoy the now. That's called the power of now. Eckhart Tolle. The greater opportunity here is to enjoy the ride. And why? Because the universe is saying, we are working behind the scenes for you. Let some things be surprises. Okay? A boundary is a boundary. And if you don't hear, if there's a particular person that you're trying to hear from, this is happening for you. It is. You may not like to see it that way. And it's not for you to wait. It's not for you to wait. The greater gain here is to look and appreciate what is surrounding you. That's your family. That's your doggy. That's your fur pets. That's your friends. That's your community. Okay. Your focus right now has to be on this. Spirit's saying focus on the appreciation and gratitude of what is around you. And for those of you who say, well, there's nothing around me, I'm sitting here home and alone. This is your home. Put in time and effort into your home. Maybe there's a renovation that needs to be done. There's just something where you could be managing your time in something that is way more valuable while the universe does this. And it is working. Oh my gosh. 10 of Pentacles. Okay. You got a lot of good things coming your way. Spirit is saying. Oh, but this is based on divine. It's divine timing. You asked for something pretty darn big. And the universe says, do you believe it? Or are you going to keep questioning it? All right. You have a lot of good things happening now for you, but there's something specifically that you asked for. And if this has to do with a person, this is free will that is involved here. Okay. You're also might missing a better chance here with someone who is better than that offer. So keep that in mind too. All right. I don't want people waiting around for everybody. Taurus, your final message here. Comfort zones are lovely places to visit, but they make terrible permanent residents, especially if your comfort zone here is consistently ask the cards, is it ready? Is it ready? Is it ready? There is something that wants to grow here for you, Auntie says. Your affirmation, I welcome growth, even when it feels unfamiliar. And I feel like this growth here has to do with what's already surrounding you. All right. It may feel a little boring. It may feel not as exciting, but there's opportunities here for something much better. All right. That's what I got here for you, Taurus. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Be patient. Gemini is up. Be patient. All right. We didn't get our bonus. That's okay. This is our final reading. Our final reading. Let me just get that off. And we'll get ready for Gemini. Make sure you guys check up on the upcoming schedules on YouTube. That's where I post my schedule. If you're on Twitch, it's not going to have my regular schedule. Well, it's going to have my regular schedule. I will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But I'm adding a lot more lives this week. And primarily it's because I'm trying to give you guys all the July readings because they're going to be out. I like to have them ahead. And since I was off a little bit, we're going to play some catch up. So there's a lot of all signs this week, and that includes tomorrow's, which is going to be for my all sign singles. For those of you who are single, what's coming in and what to expect. Now, some of you want the past, and that's okay. That past may show up. All right. This is not just specifically new love either. And then we have what's ahead. This is going to be more of a general catch-all for everything. We also have Cancers unfolding because it's Cancer season, and happy birthday out there, Cancer. But you guys also get a public reading on the other side, and your personal cycle reading is already released in the membership area. So if you would like to see an in-depth year reading for July 2026 to 2027, just simply join on YouTube or become a member at Harmonia Friends community on my website. And then on Thursday, we have current feelings if you're dealing with a specific person. So lots of readings. So make sure you check all the schedules for the different time frames. All right, Gemini is up. Final one. Gemini. How you feeling? Oh, well, we have you here showing up as the King of Swords reverse. What are you ticked off at? I feel irritable. I feel annoyed. 10 of Cups here. You are turning your back on some of you. This is a family member. Some of you, this is a connection here that, you know, could even be someone here that you had a commitment with, whether it's married or long term, or you talked about marriage. I feel a little bit annoyed. Now, some of you are watching another person in another relationship. Integration here. They can have them. I'm choosing me. I'm choosing me. This Gemini is choosing themselves here. There is just this energy here where there's a circle. This could be family. This could be friends here that you considered family, or someone here that, you know, you were married to or had a long-term commitment who is in another connection. You're just fed up. You're fed up. You're choosing yourself and, you know, on your happiness. And you're like, I don't need to be looking at that anymore. How you responding to this? Oh yeah, look at this. The Tower reverse. See, this is over. This has been over for quite some time. I also feel like you've been kind of made a villain. You know, because of this, but this is just like whatever. It's in writing, it's in paper, but there's just something here where it's like, I don't care. I'm choosing myself. There's no second chances. Yeah, this is over. You've learned your lesson, but also you don't need, you know, I just almost feel like you can say they can have it or they can have each other. Especially if this is family here that were always against you anyway, or they made you out to be the bad guy, bad gal. This is you where it's like, I don't even want to be a part of that community. Others of you, if it's work related and, you know, it's very cliquey. It could be a Gemini here who's like, you know what? I'm only working 9 to 5, but the rest is about my happiness. I'm out of here. I just feel that energetically you're choosing your happiness. You're being very like, you're annoyed, but you're also being very cutting. Yeah, because what you're observing here, and it's all observation. It comes back to the witness here, and that was part of the collective message here. Okay, with the number 2, there's a relationship here where it feels fake, and you're like, I'm not wanting that. So let's say if someone says, "Hey, did you see so and so got remarried?" or "Hey, did you see so and so is doing well without you?" and you're like, I don't care. That's great. They can have them. Because that was so fake to me, or they're so fake to me. But the observation here is that's over. I've changed. I wouldn't want that even if I tried. I don't want it. Knight of Cups. There's a greater opportunity here when it comes to you. What emotionally feels good to you? Also, how genuine is an offer? If someone's trying to apologize to you, this is you saying, that apology is for you. It's not for me. Yeah. You have greater endeavors coming up here for you. Some of you are about to move or make a really big move. Some of you, there's a new relationship coming in the picture here for you. Others of you, it's a new partnership here. You know, some of you are relocating or making a big business move, but this is just you taking opportunities here to get out of something. It's like, no, I don't even care. I wouldn't want that offer if it even returned. All right. Your final message here is from Auntie Gemini. This week, this is not the week to ask what you want. This is a week to ask what you're willing to commit to, maintain, and take responsibility for once the excitement wears off. And there is something exciting coming your way, but it's you choosing not to focus on this old thing. All right. Your affirmation is this, Gemini. I build a life that reflects my values and my intentions. I build a life that reflects my values and my intentions. All right, guys, that's what I have here for the readings this week. Like I said, I will be back here on tomorrow afternoon, 3 p.m. Central Time. If you'd like to join me for All Signs That Love readings, it's going to be on specifically single energy. Or you can join Harmonia Friends Community, my community area on my website, or on YouTube now. You can actually get premier access to the vault. You won't get unlimited access, but you'll get premier access for the next 30 days on some of the newer content. All right. I will see you guys next time. Have a good weekend.